Hello and welcome. Today I show you how you can replace the battery on your Remington hair trimmer. The hair trimmer I'm showing you today is the PG400, and this one has interchangeable heads. You have a lot of options, but the battery in this hair trimmer is gone, so I have to replace it. You could do this on multiple models, but on this one I found that this is the place where I could just insert a metal pry tool to disconnect it from the rest of the hair trimmer. In other models you will have to find out yourself where it connects, and this one, you see, it starts to open now. It doesn't really matter if you scratch it a little bit, it's just a hair trimmer. Nobody really cares about this anyway. So it's open now. You see it has a rubber gasket for the water to stay out. That's the charging circuit. That's one screw I have to remove. It's just a standard Phillips head screw. And now it's a bit of a tricky part. I have to insert two tools on each side because there are plastic clips that need to be pushed back from the casing, and then I use a screwdriver like that to just lift it, and you see it just comes out. But I wasn't so lucky. I still have to put them back because there is a second place where it locks on. Yeah, now it's completely out. And those are the plastic clips I was telling you about. So just make sure you don't damage them while you remove them. Just putting a tool like I did, it should be doing the job. And you see that piece of plastic, do not lose that. You will need it later, and it goes in that place. It's for the on-off switch of the trimmer. In other models that might be different or it was missing, but in this one especially, you have to be careful not to lose it. I almost lost it. Alright, getting to the good part, we find the batteries that are just a regular AAA battery size, which is very good news for us. I'm removing the batteries from the case and just cutting off this plastic to be able to change the connection. Now I tell you how they're connected. Plus, minus, plus, minus, minus. So it goes from plus here, minus, plus, minus, black. I will try to use these Lada batteries from IKEA. 750 milliampere hours. 750 versus 900. Alright, so the IKEA batteries, the Lada, are actually more powerful than the original batteries. That means there will be a longer life of the battery. So these batteries are connected in series, and I have to replace them. On the new batteries I have to scrape them with sandpaper a bit, and now just apply a bit of solder. Do not put too much heat on the battery. Don't keep the soldering iron too long on the battery. If you don't do it the first time, just let it cool down and try again later. You don't want to heat up the battery too much. It could reduce its life or even damage it, so it's useless. Now I'm putting just a piece of wire so that I can use this to connect to the original place later. And the other side of the battery is pretty much the same, just I dropped a bit of solder on the side there. Just if you do that, just clean it up. Don't overheat that part, don't melt it. Now I'm doing the bridge connection between the negative and positive of these two batteries to be able to connect them in series, like I showed you before. And the other side of each battery, it will have the wire connection to the actual wires on the motor, and same places as the old batteries. Again, you have to be careful not to overheat the batteries. And also I want to tell you, you don't have to use these IKEA batteries, the Lada or Eneloop. I used on a previous video, I used Eneloop AA size, but just use any nickel metal hydride battery that you have in your house now. It will work fine. The thing with the Eneloop and these IKEA batteries is that they last longer. For example, with the shaver, if you don't use it so often, they hold their charge longer and you don't have to recharge them all the time. But if you have some batteries already in your house, just use those, don't buy something else, use what you have. Now we have the connections right as they should be, like I told you before. So these batteries are ready to go in. So before I can do that, I have to remove the old batteries. They had some strange way to connect these. The wire was going through a hole in the battery. I'm not gonna mess with that too much. I just cut it. So that doesn't really matter for me. I'm gonna try to remove them as easy as I can, because these batteries I will not use them again. And another note, you should recycle these batteries, the leftover ones. Just throw them in the recycling bin at your supermarket or the shops where you go to. Twisting that tab on the batteries usually makes them break out easier. You could actually use tabbed batteries for this, but usually they're more expensive and it's a long story to receive them, and regular batteries you have them available easily. I was doing a test for voltage. The old batteries are very weak, so both of them it's below 0.9 volts, so that's not good news. The new ones are good, so let's install them. I'm just going to put the wires first so that I can just install the batteries easier later. They don't have to be perfect here, but okay, try to put them as good as you can. If they don't go all the way in, you can use a tool to push them back and then slide them in the original position how they were before you opened the trimmer. Okay, here I did a mistake. One of these wires got burnt because I shorted the batteries by mistake and it turned gray, so I had to change it. If you do that, just make sure you don't keep it like that for too long and just change the wire. If it gets burned a bit, you don't want to keep that in there. And also I should have used this insulated one from before. And anyway, that's this thing to show you in case this happens, so you don't do the same mistakes I did. Now they're both ready. I just have to solder them to their original locations and it's good to go. Just to make sure that the connection on the other side is still okay, I'm checking the voltage, it's all good. So here just you have to remember where the original location of the wires was. For me it's just under this small tab, and it doesn't need too much solder, just a little bit to keep it there steady. The same thing for the negative terminal. Actually this one I attached it, I didn't put it in the same place, I just attached it directly to the motor terminal because it was easier. Oh, that works perfect. If you really want to replace the battery with the original one, this is how it looks like. Before inserting the whole assembly back into the case, put that black cover for the top of the trimmer, and also remember to put this small piece of plastic exactly as you see it here, and just sliding in carefully with that small piece of plastic facing upwards so it doesn't fall. And you hear the clicks. Once installed, the switch should turn it on and off. That means that small piece of white plastic is in the right place and it's working. So installing the screw and just putting back the edge of the trimmer, the back of the trimmer. You see the rubber gasket will need a bit of force, but not too much to install it. If you want to really water seal it, you can even put a bit of hot glue, but not too much, so you can remove it later if you need to. Okay, that still works. That's good news. But I want to show you something. You see what happens? I cannot put this the head of the trimmer doesn't fit in. Yeah, I didn't put this piece of plastic right. Now it's right. It should look like this. Just for your reference, it should be in this position, aligned with the other line of the first line of the trimmer, the outer line. And now it works perfectly. The best thing is that those batteries were brand new, so I don't even have to charge it. And now it's ready to use. If this video helped you, help us also and share the link to this video with your friends or your family. Let your friends know about this channel and help us grow. Subscribe to this channel and to find more information, more videos, more useful videos to how to fix your things in the future. Give a like, and what else? Say in the comments how you fix it and you enjoy your trimmer. Subscribe, like and share, and I'll see you next time. Bye.